my name is Aryan Matarwal, and for our Data Science Today and Tomorrow presentation, I wanted to talk about some of the different tools and things that I used encountering, Python in a data science aspect that we used for the first time in this class, at least for me, and then a project that I work on that I thought hit pretty heavy on data science and all the use of the different tools that we learn in this class. So, of course, starting out, some of the tools that I first interacted with this semester was Pandas and Jupyter. Jupyter was not in this class, but I used it for a numerical methods class, and it helped a lot with working with matrices, which I know we worked with in this class. Um, NumPy and Pandas were both used for the first time in this class, and some of the challenges I had were debugging issues with complex data structures and optimization of code for handling large data sets. And I think that with using these tools, you can develop a really nice streamlined workflow for not just social, but also financial data, which financial I'll get into later. But Matplotlib, I think, has to have been my greatest friend so far. It's so useful because, data science is not only learning and identifying trends, but also displaying those trends so that other people can see what you see. And Matplotlib is so helpful for that. So I know I don't have a big screenshot on here, but that's because I couldn't get my IDE working for I used PyCharm. A little bit in the beginning of this class, I made a money expense tracker, and I have it posted on GitHub. I can definitely send the GitHub link if that's something you need, but I made a money expense tracker like an app, and I used Python. I used Matplotlib, NumPy, and a couple of other tools. I used SQLite 3, and it's for the users to display exactly, like a different input of what they're spending their money on, and then it takes that input and it turns it into a graph. It shows you trends. It shows you what, different items you spend your money on, what categories you spend your money on. It's pretty useful. Obviously, things like this do exist, but it was a really nice starter project to kind of understand how all these different tools worked for me. I used Pandas for data processing, Matplotlib for visualizations, sorry, and I used JSON for storing data as well. It's not listed on there, but I also, like I mentioned, I used SQLite 3. And yeah, blank tab there. That's my bad. So we were also asked to talk a little bit about the future of data science, and I included three things that I thought about and also my opinion. So when it comes to AI and machine learning, I think that it's going to start to become a lot more personalized as we go along. We're already seeing AI in almost every single website, almost like unneedingly so. Like you go on a random website and you're like, why is there AI on this website? There's absolutely no need. So I think that's going to grow a little bit more because everyone's just hopping on the trend, and it's going to become a lot more personalized. You're going to have AI that caters to every single little tiny thing that you need to do in your life, and it's going to know you the best out of anyone that can know you. In automation, we're going to be, because obviously when computing first started out, it was only available for big companies, big government, but now it became useful to everyone, everyday people. And I think with automation and cloud computing, it's become the same exact thing. It's going to be available for researchers and businesses in smaller capacities, and it's going to become scalable. And with the ethics and government wise, it can go two ways in terms of data privacy, but I think it's going to go in the way that we want. There's going to be a lot more emphasis on controlling these big data companies and making sure that they don't, mess around with algorithms or sharing our data and things like that. And in my opinion, although this may not be so much a hot take whatsoever, but I think data scientists are going to become some of the most sought after workers simply because there's just so much use and future in what data science can provide to not only companies but to people and prediction algorithms and stuff like that. Data scientists are going to become really, really important. And that's not just scientists. You're going to go all the way to include engineers and